Dactyl and Spondee. Company that somehow has your address details, be stricter with self. You have a leg cramp, which way to stretch it, the wrong way will hurt it, you agonise. Our ken is partial. Memories deform what you work to proceed. Remember to stand for too much that's aging, stet. Stets stop a lot. The rest you'll feel hardly. Gay cousin design fair, length of Skype hangouts. Just ask advice, start with your sense and the awareness of what that can do. Build life from base. We threw the canker out of the bedclothes, we drew the canker out of the bath. Bedding, wet bedding, bathing so much, concomitantly wedding. So far, just what personage always does do. Harnesses time in order to change. Sees separatably, giving themselves the illusion of stills. Zombie films too, where the dead are less of an arbiter, more of an arbiter. If it's problematic, then mayn't you pack it in your problematic. It pleases you now to fall into sense. Something maintains it, if wanting doesn't. Walk of Shame boy in the blue velvet trousers stops into Lidl. Sexual activity firms his proclivity. Sensual receipt round him a cheerful contiguous precinct. Exsensual, shareable, otherwise only you take it rudely. Two promise muchly delivers you lessly in homo society. Fighting is sexual if fighting in some way defends against rape. Oh, overly blitzy propriety poetry. Actually, our rules apply almost nowhere. Old salt and new performing together, regrettable seasons that your books got chewed. Who in his boyhood leaks into unseal, lost before off-spinning's history glazes? Count on your good hand, 1 clay, 2 cray, hardened glue clues.
Lifting Thruff.
Our hearts
Something
are
in
preppy,
Paul
then
didn't
casually
love a
smarten
wall.
prior
He'd give his
to
guests
death.
always
In an
the
open-necked
most
shirt.
open of doorways.
Tonight
If that
you
wasn't
are rakish,
enough,
your
he'd lift
thruff
up the
love
thruff,
abundant,
form
to
himself
ooze
for a
wool
hearth.
adjoined.
He
Soon
shares
to be
the wealth
lover,
of his
he
word
has been
store,
out of
wisdom
and
and
enters
wit
your
all the
thoughts
more
while you
fierce with
stage
his
this
fire.
delay.
Why feel
Resisting
awkwardly
relation,
edged?
while
Do we need a red
invitation,
to make a
it
new
will
work?
not feel.
Guard yourself always, going through doorways. Scan every stride, scan every step. Seldom the eye sees the enemy lie in wait by the wall.
Praise the giver. A guest has come by seeking rest. Can we spare them a seat? They
She
feel
feels awkward, on edge, if we form a wedge between her and the hearth. Something
History
in
rising,
Palestine
treated as
doesn't love a
objects.
wall.
Even
Give
the
our guests
mosque
always
aspires
the
to
most
the
open
skyline.
of doorways.
I needed to
If
go
that isn't enough,
and connect my
let's
to-do
lift up
list
the
with
Thruff.
points in the city.
Form ourselves for a hearth. Scan every stride. Scan every step.
It felt so
Something
much
in
better
Calais
than cramping
doesn't love a
inside,
wall.
moving only
Give
by
our
hand,
guests
where
always
the vision
the
gets
most
built.
open of doorways.
Landscapes
If
are
that isn't
architects,
enough,
which
let's
might be
lift
useful
up the Thruff.
leaves of material.
Form ourselves for a hearth. Scan every stride. Scan every step. Something in Paul didn't love a wall. He remade Havermark with his mate Herman. They'd give their guests always the most open of doorways. If that wasn't enough, they'd lift up the Thruff, form themselves for a hearth. They share the wealth of their word store, wisdom and wit all the more fierce with their fire. Why feel awkwardly edged? Do we need a red wedge to make new work? Guard yourself always, going through doorways. Scan every stride, scan every step. Lift up the Thruff, form ourselves a new heart. I feel you should be there. That's the end, Robbie.